Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you probably read by the title, I'm gonna show you guys how I refill my nails, and this is actually the set that you guys saw me remove in the video on how to remove acrylic nails. And you guys really like the nails that I removed, so I decided why not show you guys how I did them. So here they are. And to start off, I just removed all of my bling really quickly, and this set was actually on for about 2 weeks, but I got tired of the color, so I decided to fill them up and do another design. And after all of the bling is off, I take my coarse safety bit and try to drill off as much as possible of the acrylic. And when I do a refill, I put my drill on a high speed, and I'm using a drill that I ordered from Amazon, but I will be linking everything that I use in the video down below. So you can see the motion that I'm doing with my drill. I really go back and forth like this until most of the acrylic is off. And when I go around my natural nail, like around the cuticle area, I lower the speed a little bit just so it doesn't burn. And be careful with like staying on one place for too long, because that will burn yourself or your client, so be really careful with that. And just move your drill around as much as possible and don't stay on one spot for too long. Another tip that I have for you guys is to use some clear acrylic before you do a set with colored acrylic, because as you can see, I'm having a hard time drilling off all of the color until it's clear again, because I did not use clear base underneath of it. So if you do that, it's easier to file back on, and you won't have like another color underneath of your new set, if that makes sense. As you can see here, I went back to my pinky to again get off as much as possible from the yellow acrylic, because I went back so the nail wouldn't be too thin, so they wouldn't break while I was working on the other nails. So you want to be careful with drilling too much because they can break, of course, and you can always drill off from the bottom again later, but you will see how I do that in a bit. Now that that is done, I take my cuticle pusher and push back my cuticles really gently to prevent lifting. After that, I take my 150 grit sanding band and file off the natural shine from the nail and some dead skin that is maybe still left there from the cuticles, and you can file until the nail isn't shiny anymore. You don't want to file too much and not on a high speed because you don't want to damage your natural nail or make them thinner or anything like that. You just really want to take off that natural shine. And I also try to take off any lifting that is maybe there, and you can see the lifting by little light pieces around the area, so you want to get rid of that. And also really gently make sure you don't burn yourself or your client, so don't stay on one spot for too long, as I said before. And yeah. Then after dusting off all of my nails, I take some rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad and just dehydrate around my natural nail, so not the whole nail, just where you can see the natural nail. Now the next step is something that I don't really usually do, but I put some clear acrylic on the tips, not on the natural nail yet, but on the tips only because the yellow pieces were still bothering me, and I wanted to make the nail a little thicker so I can file off the yellow from underneath later on, which you guys will see later in the end. So yeah, that's just what I did for now. After the primer, I take my cover pink and start putting it around the cuticle area. I place a bead just below the cuticle area and then blend it into the cuticle area really gently by not flooding the cuticles. So just pushing it up really gently and then dragging it down, like fading it down into the tip, so we can put the glitter underneath of it later on. And if you're struggling with acrylic application, I do have a video on how to apply acrylic, so go check that out if you haven't already. Now for the glitter ombre, I take a bit of clear acrylic and then dip it into my glitter and then place it on the tip of the nail and then slowly blend it up into the pink, if that makes sense. So slowly blending it upward, some little pieces of glitter, and then until I like how it looks. And then yeah, that's basically it. So the glitter that I use is from Cakes Ink Nail, and I will be linking that as well as all of the other products that I use. After I've placed all of the glitter how I want it to be, I take my clear acrylic again and encapsulate all of the nails with the clear. And this is a really important step if you do work with glitters, because if you wouldn't put the clear on top of the glitter and you would start filing it after, you would just file off all of the glitter or like break the glitters and it wouldn't look cute at all. So that actually seals in all of the glitter and makes it stay in place really good when you file it. So make sure to encapsulate your glitter really good until the nail looks kind of made, so you can't really see the shine from the glitter anymore. Now for the filing, I'm not gonna explain too much either, because I do also have how to shape and file your nails video on my channel, so if you do struggle with it, go check it out. But basically what I do is just take my drill, I take a medium grit ceramic bit, and I file around the edges of the nail and on top of the nail, and especially around the cuticle area, to get rid of any acrylic that may be flooded around the cuticle area. So you want to make sure that you see a little bit of your natural nail, not too much, but just a little bit, so you can prevent that lifting. And after, I take my hand file to perfect the shape, but you can just see how I do it right now. So as you just saw, I take my hand file, especially for on top of the nail, to really get rid of any lumps or bumps that are still there. So really to perfect the shape, and you can also go over your nail and feel if there's any bumps, and then just keep on filing until it feels really flat, if that makes sense. But after that, I take my drill again, as you can see, and just perfect the shape around the side walls and on the front of the nail, and then also turn around my nail and get rid of any of the yellow that is still there. And then I take my buffer stick and get rid of the scratches that I created with my file to make the nail really smooth for the top coat later on, so you can't see any scratches through the top coat. And then last but not least, I take my top coat and put it on all of the nails, of course, and then I cure it for 2 minutes, or like 60 seconds and 30 seconds until I feel like it's dry. But if you want to make sure it's really that dry, then do it for 2 minutes. And after, to finish off, I put some cuticle oil on my cuticles. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. We're already at the end of the video, and I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. There will be new videos every week, so if you don't want to miss out, make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video next week. Bye.